FM. Ekosiisen, Ekosiisen, Ekosiisen. Asempa FM. Obi nebado, Obiba, Obibo, Obiba, Ode Esempana. Ekosiisen ye bonswa wo menesempa de brane mamba obi som
94.7 Asempa FM asom ewo Ekosiisen dwumedie so yema munyina akwa babio edemoba yen discussion segment sponsored by Franco Trading Enterprise, Millennium Insurance and Atabia Herbal. Say you make a boy in discussion segment no bremo na ansana na mamemfa we ntwem say Ecobank say yemfa announcement yi entruja na almost any fraud activities no adoso scammers use various means e dey scamming kofo e wo yeman yi emu na omo ye no through customers of various banks. So into omo say we bank be customer now omo the phone calls, it be the text messages, it be the emails. Now omo the adadama some confidential information na o de amawon. It be ne o password, o pin, o card information, o CVV, o OTP, and other personal details be na o de amawon. The ultimate goal ne say omo de be via usika area o poto. You know, in the Ecobank say yemfan to enim say da wo so be extra vigilant. Men you be any obi afraid through phone call, text message, email. Say ebimpo or kasa free Ecobank head office and our kasa free Ecobank branch office be enye no credit. Na or information na or the update your bank details ni na entro pa. And some of them will give you that impression say Ecobank ebe free will na say Ecobank frewa ombeje account details ne card details ne ade ni nyina entro on person mo link your Ghana card to bank account enya no kre o pese wo yes ha ne o mayimu bia mabobo so ya tie bank account details na pese wo update ya e wo say wo ko Ecobank branch wa nante ko mesre we ne die mu anante ko so Ecobank mobile app na pese wo upgrade ya App Store na Google Play Store na obetimi aye ewo obi afra say oyama wa eyentro say opesa wo link wo Ghana card to Ecobank account bowra Ecobank branch bi mu ne kokoye anasa koyen website ecobank.com na ye wo ho memfa wo number mu obi a say onyenye ma me pacha obekun. Do not share your password, your PIN, your OTP, your card information, or any other personal information with anyone, whether remotely or face-to-face. Never give the 16-digit or any number on your bank card to anyone. Avoid any calls or messages that request you to click a link. Report any suspicious SMS, email, or phone calls to the Ecobank contact center and delete such messages at once. As much as possible, delete it. So, Ecobank contact center number is 0800 me pachotie 0800 003 225 0800 003 225 a toll-free number into ubetimi afrewon ma menchia abedwafo na mema wona kwaba na afi nkomo no yen hyase eni enne ya sheda lodu ye lodu heavy say dine peche yeah. That's a smart one. That's a smart one. Oh, power to any loading the peche. Okay. Honorable Kwesi Acquah be saying.
Josuminia, Obi.
Bibia Boko.
Onyamia do me hoye.
Parliament more break kakra.
Ayo break kakra. Yebeko Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, allow say the be first time no.
More orientation.
Orientation kakra and that thing so we can have time to do the appointment committee the bet and Parliament also that was the arrangement to be the money identity no
More yes, and your many. There's a newcomers, and so those bear 120.
Yes, 120.
120 first timers. Wow. Relatively very young. Oshe age.
Oh, very young. But okay, aside the idea, just say.
But they're young.
Not younger as age, but baby, our parents were drawn. Just Omaba.
Okay.
Omaba. And then saying, Omobom, one year press conference.
LED,
you know. Among for
newcomers.
Newcomers, first timers.
Okay.
And look at the kind of confidence that. The Kasai, any issues of raising. And the union medicine for say, and first timers. No. It's, you know, I had the opportunity of correcting somebody say, look, once you are an MP, you are an MP.
Yeah.
And when we say seniority matters, our parliament.
Yeah.
But every MP, no, an individual representing a constituency and representing the party.
Yeah.
It's, you know, ultimately expression, men can say a first time and, you know, or a minority member. So if we address them, say minority caucus for the Asia, and Omoka NDC vetting the way the appointment committee chair no behave near the one omoka, but it is also to show ye patch there ubia say yaba ye first time is no mabado ma say mobile keke david omo bom hu ntino NDC for nso hwe dom so mpion first time because e media agro.
And the challenge for the NDC is omo no pia first time omo numbers ne doso mo say momo de no and also be brain. It's easy for you to do that.
Oh, me say a numbers, no, but would they look at the first time as somewhere aside. Oh, be a accomplished personality. Sabe, ye nimu say NDC first time as do one no more ajinpo ni so more by members of parliament. I know somebody will say or no the okujina and say GM win no DC.
Or may DC and IMC.
And
O'Shea, I know
or this 750 HR incumbent. Jafida about so say obedient in job also to the boat. Now all learning the ropes. But these are people like side for no a young crofwa. Wabodi almost mobo a biako primaries apim so a biako twice. This is the opportunity to menya a being so akofa and kunya kesie wakofa swami akweji nyagro
John Darko. I think he spoke very well.
Yes, he did. He did. Near okofa yi first da pa kunya bafo yi odonso bafo a very great lawyer. You know, so these are people the okofa abakwata kunya koko. Former state deputy CEO. You know, so these are very accomplished personalities. Sabe, almost a backbench, but omudu. You know, once in a while, we organize them and then they will lead the charge. They will lead the charge.
That's
all we have to do is to have our say. And then they will have their way. So say
you truly have your say.
Of course, that one there.
Very well. Kudos to Dr. Gideon Boakun.
He did well. He did well. Yeah.
But statement me no ena aba and quickly. Mami mfenchum na mima Honorable Akwasi Acquah be na nana ya chempem janto aba from the office of the president where appointment as acting chief executive officer of National Lottery Authority. Na lawyer Samuel Ukudi statement by in a resignation by from NLA. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, has in accordance with Article 1951 of the Constitution and Section 45(1) of the National Lotto Act 2006 Act 722 appointed you as the acting chief executive officer of the National Lottery Authority pending receipt of the constitutionally required advice of the board of the authority given in consultation with the Public Services Commission. Your appointment takes effect from 15th January 2025. That should be today. I take this opportunity to congratulate you formally on your appointment. Please accept the President's best wishes. Mohammed Abdul Salam of Tamale and Omampenia Pound as acting CEO, National Lottery Authority. This is signed by Kalistus Mahama, PhD, Secretary to the President, and our copy Penifue was a copy Wunyinara. It is Mohammed Abdul Salam, the new acting CEO of the National Lottery Authority. In a related development in Sono, the President, through his spokesperson, issued statement and The President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has submitted the names of the underlisted to Parliament through the Speaker to serve as regional and sector ministers. Regional ministers na enra 10 ebai and 3 aba and the 3 more to go. And the 3 no Wilbert Petty Brentum Western North. Eduamoa Eko Penyin Ochre Central. And my very good friend Joseph Nelson Western Region. Ministers of State no Kwame Govins Agboja MP Ministry of Roads and Highways. Eric Opoku MP Ministry of Food and Agriculture. Agnes Namomolate MP Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Abla Jifa Gomashi MP Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. Emilia Arthur MP Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture. George Opareado Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment. Haruna Idrisu MP Ministry of Education. Ahmed Ibrahim MP Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Elizabeth Ofosu Ajare MP Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. And as has been the norm, no, Obia short profile Eka statement which is signed by Felix Kwachi Ofosu, acting spokesperson to the president. Na Jantwa Akwa better saying
Achayo.
Bibi Ekoyi.
Bibi Eko kamana. Mfanchi ama otifo.
Omoje oso.
Mfanchi ama nkasa.
Eje oso.
Mfanchi ama mini amema. Na mpacho mpise mbuso na boss. Mpacho press conference dia hine nanka woken.
Minority here press conference. Unte.
Oh, I mean there.
Oh, enrich here.
Oh, can say.
And no more raise the issue about say Ocean Yome course or vetting na. Ya makwa mo interrogating nominees on their CVs. Because time as CVs no monsa kan, you know. Na omo kwa kwatena se anesa. And chairman of the committee ya makwa to interrogate anyone on their CVs. And omo sign raising some double speak in nominees they been someone on my candidate on better na after omo dani your man basa into omo sign raising.
Omo so manya kwan musa omo leader no obisa 60% of the questions that were asked there.
Yeah, but mostly the norm they say omo be start here. First way na
patch onko omo kwan a and onko omo other people's bisa question and maybe obisu the CV issue beba. Omo leader oh na say ye hwe. Omo leader ni bisa questions bebre. At a point kwa who say na obi e kasa dey na questions bebre.
Obi abena na e kasa.
Oh that's make our governance. Honorable governance Abuja came in.
Na so we 2021 the ranking then enso busa question
back bi
ba manfo nya kwan busa on CV.
But I am saying say so we now need time in obi spend 5 hours when me busa ni CV. Honorable to force spend 5 hours.
Yeah.
You couldn't allocate your time properly as minority to say ye kubusa CV. 5 solid hours.
Something the decision of the chair. Say chair na mamo.
There be who now do question eba.
Okay.
Into the question eba na say who be say CV you won't stop obe mo obi akwan. Ebi no kra stop chairman no. Say or kasantima chairman Emma. Yes, Emma honorable Buampo ka say adentina.
Or your
chairman sir. So if you are structured we are structured that. Obaka say ye kwa you say okay wo we put 3 questions on CV. We put 3 questions on the person's ability to work. We put 3 questions on the person's personality. What you say?
Yes.
We put 3 questions on BB and edwuma bi a wayeda. But I mean for me the most important is nipa na edwuma na ma no. Ese mutimi ma mo kire a road map or dey be edwuma. After CV they said why are you questioning people on their CVs?
Say be inconsistencies be wo mo.
I know yeah but it shouldn't be largely that.
Okay.
As I say a team who say nipa na edwuma na ye dey ahye won sa no. A dear ben road map na woko abak we ye adwuma amagana for ho atọ inconsistencies in CVs ebi okura type obi okura ni CV asem ne ba ya we de pepre ne man bi okura ni refi a type bi What am I say? Because I never feel so to me upgrade. Me say me CV say no. For some reason I was just looking at it. I noticed that there might be bro. I
was all started tweaking the
yeah, I started here the CV.
Oh, there you.
No, me so I know.
But you know, it might you should put it there because me kwako ye will be a juma.
By your CV in where juma.
Of course, what you say? Oh, I did say now. I am saying say why say what me share.
Yes.
Me say me call general secretary say na me CV is scattered. I had to take my time to put it, but no say me share ni say me who say majija niema bebre wo. Inti no CV the obi me making mistakes. So you won't take time to go and interrogate somebody. Me am obi adwuma. We see we ade beto manim no me hwe maybe qualifications kakra. Na makohwe wo experience. Na mabisa say adwuma na me de be ma wo no. Say na obeye no. So me in all my working life, me first staffer, me interrogate you on how are you going to do the work.
Okay.
What am I saying? So you obi to be very beautiful CV. In so the adwuma man no ntimi. What am I saying? Ti dan be kan mo ha say CV nkwa na de ye adwuma. Experience so on say behind the scenes here can be say o kwa bibi to say Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
The best ministers or mo doctors.
Sure.
So far na am say doctor or call how timi hold you omo ye honorable Koboy.
Dr. Bernardo Koboy.
Yeah, Dr. Bernardo Koboy. He's about the person man shed and doctor senior ye pam or choir in Chenen to Kwesi. For me in Ashanti region, for instance, the best minister we had during Rollins time was Kwesi Yanka,
who was not
an indigenous. So to them, yes. Experience say for me that is most important. So who born for abaso so ma ba press conference say it's Kojo Yanka anyo Kwesi Kojo.
Okay.
Enti what ma ba press conference say nkrofo CV e press conference.
O say any CV nkwa no kan. Omo kan ada ne omo kan.
Oral no omo kan we na mo bo ma baso.
Right.
Mo bo ma baso say asem omo kan ye da kwam. Doctor fo omo kuta nim de kese. Mo baba be kasa mo si oral na invite nkrofo ni invite mo amonko. Oral ye mfre obi a ho.
Omo invite you.
The papers the wo the papers no omo spirit she mu ana. Because ye mfre obi anko oral ho. So to come it's even flawed from the very beginning for you to do a press conference oral. Ya mfre obi ni efre mo amonko. Oral is not supposed to call anybody. Oral the oye ni say woji fact finding.
Yeah.
In the fact finding a committee, you don't also need legislation. A lawyer for a doctor for who? You don't need legislation to form a fact finding committee. You don't need legislation. That is why they don't have the powers to even investigate. They are collecting, putting it together. The oral alien. The good thing about oral DNA say, almost 700 petitions. They would make sure say which one sounds frivolous. The evidence nenye too strong. Ebia we will be who you be a him akwaji obi girl into what can be. Near me be san. Ombashishim. The hen say ko be a nai. The hen organized crime. The hen CID matter. So it must you no make in our bomb no ma present it to the relevant bodies. That is why you will see COP Kofi Boachiwo. And yes, sound
former Auditor General.
Yes, the two of them, one a policeman, the other a former Auditor General, would know which one is crime, which one is malfeasance, which one is corruption. They will know. Inti ahwehwem ne akeka ni nyina aboma ne de kwa appropriate obi afre obi omo ko omo ye like omo tiri ye is sense ma ma oyi ni papa
aden
a obi ho ankodo be ko straight to be na wura ho na be hu se ne wi asisitie
and I say no more appointee BNI director obetima to
that is what I'm saying. We are starting or ho no omo ye press conference no ne are starting or ho na ye do ko ho kotena ho a
no be mem
no be mem straight because so ko architecture na e wo ho no kra be kire o se ne hu sitie. Now, as someone can, it is neither here nor there.
You couldn't probably now.
Oh, so they or then as someone a baby.
There be sent me 2 months. Biena, what you couldn't part. Architecture. Into that sound made the dinner have bon come. Into no purpose. They do baby now, they do baby.
BNI director call on my point. Into Charles Kipo. Has been named Director General of the National Intelligence Bureau. Charles Kipo. That be on the picture and cast statement.
Okay, me person me hu.
Bosh say ebenya.
Me hu person hu ne picture na mbo na ba so dem say papa
I
bia.
hear no director of admin.
Papa bia ya de me call ho na o kan say bi kire me na person hu so no a. I am so no a.
Ya do call na ibi ho.
Oh. Emma me hu no nya hwe
ba.
Emma.
Aba. Na kwa sra wo mo na sra wo mo a. Na kwa hwe say yo no a.
Charles Kipo.
Ma bona.
Well, I didn't know so an internal person.
But internal person.
I hear he was.
Oh, then that's good.
Now obi see me call. Me a graduate to ho.
E wo BNI.
Oh, straight.
See about the NIB.
I'm a graduate. Ni dinti na mtimi kire wo say say do call ho ma me press conference. O ti say. Ah, wan hwe wo ma press conference. O ti say. Inti no, o pa ma ye lucky say ya mam say mo fa obi fa documents mra. Documents yen frel. Eden akoka say ye frɛ me a ma obi anko. Wo mo ka so almost times of reference friend kan. So eno nti.
O man kan no pe. Wo do wi a
mention. Enya no de me no hia me. Nti doctor fo a mo wo ho mo kuta ni mo adie kese. Ti mo hu say terms of reference of oral no friend kan ho.
Yes, you hia mpo.
Matisi ka be press conference say frɛ mo amunko. Say it says anything Mahama de na what no president by no executive powers or the atia de mu no mo se mo nko ye mfrɛ mo mpo mo bɔ mo tiri mo po se mo mpɛ se mo be kwan ade no oral ne huna wo mo sa obi aka se obo oral din vetting time oral ye busa Dr. Anya na ye busa no oral floor of the house oral bibia oral ade no you call ye hwehwem na wonye hwia wo be call baby ebi kwa wo kwa mo ye dede kwa ebi kwa na mudin nim mo amoba nnu achi so ame MP wo nkrofo di o musika na awo bi awo ba be press conference concentrate on your work as a member of parliament ye de ahye wonsa se wo ka se ko oral no ka ho ya
press conference
no ba oral no ya frɛ no obi an frɛ o others now wo kan de say maybe a chain mo kwa na matoto mo ne eme at the caucus level
we oversight over the executive adwuma no mo ye
oh oral the arguments are more espousing press conference concerning oral is flawed.
Okay.
Because we are lawyer ni yen free oral. Number 2 yen can say oral or it's not an illegal committee. If you say oral is illegal, it's problematic. It is a fact-finding committee. It's me hwehwe niemem. Hwe obi wo.
Hwe papa yi.
Ono a.
Yeah.
Keep on. When the two for no.
Okay.
Also okay no. Is your NIB director. The okwo ho a. Ura wo ni ma no say Charlie.
Masa this architecture wo hokra be kire onyansan. Nyanya do ko hye mu de ho na hu se ne wi asisitie why you face meze wakọ ho apie nti no de mbesa me ko ho pia na chese wa hu wi ase nti no the point is that now round no baby
now me pick you a quick thought on because Ashanti region link into the
which one
ministerial nominee for Ashanti region Dr. Frank Amwakon
minim pa gentleman pa
okay
ani mo nim de
okay
oh me hu
me
hu na me ni age but just ye resident no ma ye ne sa ne ha
ale ende enye o ende enye be 3 years ago and am ne o man hene ko komase ene ye fa o tie betina ha ma me kan ho asem say eh na de me ko hu ye na am say na regional minister no mpe hot na na as e ho nka say de wantena ho but e san ko mu keep you
okay what ye
what ni fie what no ani fie
not baby e ko di fufu ye fra kitchen restaurant I am cause some koto no ho
na no just say ho not
residency
ni okoto wo ho no and preventing no so ongot
residency
ni okoto ye the NDC for ja ho no
okay
we have pictures we have how the place was left
I'm sure at the 1983
but uncle bit ma fix it
e kan de wo ho ne kaketwa
me ba cho 1983
e kan de wo ho ne kaketwa
am papa ya Ashanti regional secretary
yes
okoto dan no
secretary minister and the minister
PNDC yes the Ashanti regional minister okoto dan no na oma ko before no na ehonye me na me na net ho oye edi good times kan procurement sem ni ho or Peobi my UCC ho. So I am wondering, say, since time I'm papa free ho be say 1988 no. So all my home be being pubiwa. Because state ne just see I mean I was very sad. That was a beautiful place.
Oh, it's still a beautiful. You can see this is a really beautiful place.
Yes, but all my Jana ran it down.
I mean, it's
how will residents those days? So say, "Cause what to residency? Not just say who baby pan."
The challenge is a one now.
They want
for 8 years. The minister didn't live.
It is 1 year, Juma. Because I want our office war. It's in another office war.
No office. No one will be office. No one.
And I make it.
No was saying a residence.
And I make it. Says our office war. I will be rah on out. So kwa Juma kwa ye Juma tana se tro ya. Who rah kwa dine wo. And our office was into the state of the place. What am I saying?
Okay.
Who the state of the place? Me, I'm not talking. Say me name. I live there as a young woman. Now me a young girl, maybe girl. Who send me a whole city. Who ran my office would say if you was so free now walk office. Wo cook you know no aduane so so ya na ticket rest house. There's a good cook who be no aduane ma wo nkrofo obo be shows obi na wo do. Dem nya o be shows. No ba wo wura ho a na ka wo ba it means he didn't work. So where was he receiving visitors?
No, but you are confusing two issues. There's the residency.
I'm not confusing.
And the regional coordinating council officers.
I'm not.
He can live in his house and come to the office.
No. I'm saying
the state of the
that's
residency.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
You are not living there, but you rema.
Okay.
Regional coordinating council. Now the crime say me call first start to say those days no. And I say a lot of work on it. She said me person can be bichobi. If you spend
finally,
if you if you spend money on a state asset to restore it, no can be saying sika no investment and say if you spend money on a state asset, now go through the normal procurement processes because you are preserving the state asset. Yes.
Yeah, it's true. Me da say, Honorable Procedural sorry, Akwaba, ete saying.
Yeah, ja.
Eda nyame ase. Bibia boko.
Oh. Mansa nyame adomode amanya share NDC. For some kwandi.
Bibia ye.
Kwan bia ye be fa so a ye be ma omanya fa ne ntoma pefra. Na Ghana ebu a amamanya na etwa ye ho hia. Maybe tremor de my ne buye nimtia because of this last 8 years tenure of Nana Akufo-Addo. You say man no san fan sa ni to man fra.
Efrabio.
Nti President Mahama be oti say and then a pamfo our start bobo mudia what we would be cry to play. Me dem why regime say empa say the Biabeto numbers no na form from
30 to 23. You mean the ministries from 30 to 23?
Say you know benya baby akoshe.
What I say? Now pay CV apepa ho there.
Oh, ye no bi no ye CV no. Adia wo people crofo adwin.
Wonimu ana wonimu.
That's it. Na nya fe na ye kwa akotro bibi fufuro ya e dia ka ho. We have served this country in different forms as a member of parliament, as a presidential staffer, and as a party executive at the national level. What I say, and you know, my name CV Bia, bro, having served your nation in these capacities and your party in this capacity, and public service and so on. Nipa ye. What I say, you accept it. A non-existent entity. Yeah, boni din wo manifesto.
Budget.
But manifesto.
Oh, it was in your manifesto?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a manifesto.
Yes, no.
Yes, it was one of the manifesto promises.
Yes.
Tie kotam kucha sa we no e de ma say G go and set it up. And within 9 months it became an entity. Juma be seen there MPP for by who say Juma survey a D1 ye pejamwa ye they moved it from yes to
NEIP.
And still bium asaba beto. And you know, for some of us I didn't see video. What I say paper no near here dia let me go print biaba for
now by now I won't print it.
Say paper no near here. What I say
it be a working CV so
is the paper is what
I mean the dual salary is the working CV.
What I say for the past 17 years microphone yatene chiri ye de two
me producer nyina na oba pizza
exactly yeah ache ye humba asemu ye nkoka bibi enko titire ye konda for 17 years enti mi nim CV biomu a ebro bibi etise enti obi basie me dan omo
Ana kan say o dan nyame
enye nyame omo ye mpanyimfo na drink a pound mpanyimfo as so omo ye adwuma no ye mu bi ye dan omo nti edu so na omo find ye worthy
to serve.
We are here.
Yeah,
we will play our role diligently. Now almost be who say ye adwuma hote.
Yeah.
On that note, Meba asem ho kakra.
The ministers press conference.
Na MPP
MPs
ne. You see, me ni ana omo ye wo. Na me say na mo parliament mo ko mo nkasa o floor holder o. And I'm asati flexi. And don't forget, say, on the floor of parliament, you need to catch the speaker's eye.
The eye of the speaker.
Oh yeah, why? You need to catch the eye of the speaker. Now, what any speaker ain't in standing, any semblance of arrogance. No speaker will like countenance sa attitude.
The own view cry.
Me kokona me bom. Many aka in this short period here, me dey be sua there. Papa, this I think is third time.
Second. Yes.
At least ono so sua bibi ansa. The monte na mon hwe the way a omo ye omo niema kakra. First semester was anamo kan say. What you say? Na fact na chire na hwe. Your friend saying you can't say
orientation here.
There be any orientation. You ba first
okay.
You votes and proceedings name. Your friend say attendance name one. What you na ya de chance. Nti wo hwe na wo mistake bi wo mu a na wa sorry. Na wa speaker Mr. Speaker say this ya throw bibi wo hodo him say I now amma and build the confidence. Now if you need speaker no so start that relationship. And then when it comes to the correction of votes and proceedings now, and also take your time. Now when it be a corrections near there, that is where you build your capacity on the floor. And then that camaraderie with the speaker. I'm sorry, I'm going to a press conference.
Oh.
What?
I don't know who demonize a press conference.
Please, it is so wrong. Take it from me. So wrong. And the repercussions, mark today's date. Yeah, well, how we'll come and discuss it another time. Mark to throw the end date to say meet Bertrand Hakatrell and wait and see. Because, like I said, no speaker wants to see any semblance of arrogance in any MP. Take it from me, especially backbencher. I feel now, school be our rules room.
But I mean, Kaimo sharing with YouTube a live stream. They say pictures are the current state of the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council residency. Into where pictures are and there's the residency of Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, and these are pictures reporters Ashanti Regional Sunday Eddie Amayen. Yes, Honorable Twaso.
What I say, intino media kokona me bomo omo pa omo fa omo pa enye doctor any lawyer and engineer any the parliament because your constitution and my whole point say won't see classroom crowd. Now we call for power. Say could you many parliament. Say ye fra tree dagbani whatever language and no now be to me at the express one. The state must present you a translator. Now what you are when you long severe or the Bakakoto educational year or a mao you be our parliament. Itino who cobe dia institution dia so na share ye dini ewum ti who fresh out cotton backbench no with as the years ye pian oba when me wo mo it me ba say wa obe exemplify on kakra ewo bibi mu no yetimi twen fi achi e de ban finfin ana bibi kakra, and those are the things they should be mindful about. Well, but I don't blame them.
But press conferences are part of the parliamentary democracy.
What were the friends, the content of the press conference?
7 days.
Yemamo opportunity. Say Mumbra as friends to the appointments committee.
Yes.
That's who say friends to appointment committee. Members say call as friends. No? How many of them are given the chance to ask questions? What is that? Tell me, in your practice as a journalist, will be called as friends to the committee, especially at the appointments committee. What is OBA no more order? And you were offered this onerous, your friend is saying, responsibility this time round. Some of you even asked more than one question. And yet you still found the guts to go and complain in a press conference. It wasn't so disrespectful to you. And me, Honorable Anyafo, Honorable Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Anyafo.
First Deputy Speaker.
Yes, right.
First Deputy Speaker and Chairman of the Committee.
Chairman of the Committee.
Yes.
I, Kojo Eduasare, today.
Former MP Adenta Constituency.
Yes, I implore you, with all the respect that I have for the House, please never give any backbencher, a friend says, friend to the committee, any chance to ask a question.
Oh, but that's not fair.
What for? I don't know fair.
Because the whole idea is in the new standing orders. The standing orders allows for the incorporation of area-specific experts who are MPs to join the committee. So, it will show both sides. Obianya experts being time at force and war. You found finance and economic experts on the MPP side and on the NDC side.
Yes, and they abused the opportunities.
They did?
Yes. They abused it because nyomunya ya na so many. So many and come ko jina bontin. Enko fast speaker and siya bontin and we Tino Pamno withdraw. There are only 4 members on the committee. Are legit to ask questions. Afenyo Markins, Patricia PJ,
Abana your friend. Enti Afenyo, Patricia,
Patrick Buama,
and Insawema Dwejiri.
You see, that is what will let them realize, say, almost less than about 1/3 of your friends saying their numbers, 1/3 of the numbers in Parliament.
And it has to reflect what
it has to reflect. Now, because they crowded this whole appointment, friend is saying, to the extent, say, even those who were in majority were not seen. Because Omu better had an opportunity to ask questions. What I say, my majority, to thirds near Chireno, we were not even noticed. What I say, the true reflection of what Parliament is composed of. Nipa 4, mu bisa mu question we are yapon. Seven no so bisa mu di.
Obi. Obi deba. Ma we na bi me.
Oh, yes, yeah. So that people sitting behind, but why are the NDC, the minority side, only few? Their parents who say, oh, it's because of this. Yes. But if you go and crowd the place with Abna Ose Asari, Samir, and you made the whole thing look like yes, unbalanced platform, Bia will say. That is how they can have that temerity to go and hold a press conference. Who said, "Mo for, mo penny for, and can who's on a press conference?" Please,
okay.
They should.
Obi,
as part of on the Ashanti, like Kumasi residency.
Kumasi residency. Okay, answer na memo abahono.
Okay.
As part of the education into the new standing orders, now the appointment committee or kase, the appointment committee comprises the first deputy speaker as chairperson, minority leader as ranking member, the deputy majority leader as vice chairperson, and the following other members: A, deputy minority leader, Entina Patricia PJ Wohono, majority chief whip, Entina Agboja Wohono, minority chief whip, Entina Nodompre Wohono, and 3 other members selected based on the numerical strength of the parties in parliament. And that's why Patrick Boama, based on the numerical strength, Patrick Boama Nkwane Foley and as 3 other members. No good. Over 2 now, or say, the leadership and 2 other members of the relevant subject matter standing or select committee shall join the members of the appointment committee to consider persons nominated by the president for appointment as chief justice and justices of the Supreme Court, ministers of state, deputy ministers, the administrator of the district assembly's common fund, the special prosecutor.
Formal in it, almost saying what is the difference between this and the previous standing order?
Sir, I don't know of the previous standing order. So that's subject specific.
They be count.
It is new, and that's why those people.
The composition of the select committee on appointments, as we have it today, 11.
Yes,
members.
That is not in doubt.
So what are you talking about?
No, but it says the standing order now says the leadership and 2 other members of the relevant subject matter standing or select committee will be allowed to.
So do you have to ask questions before you can give a friend saying support to your team?
But so then why would they come?
You can pass your questions through the members who are relevant on the table. That is the essence.
11 members.
Yes.
We a committee specific member there.
Yes.
You're also entitled to ask
questions. It is not true.
Oh, there be.
It is not true.
And I didn't know you.
What the say subject be that's a question be wo that's what say obi bisa you
write it for him.
Exactly.
That's your understanding.
Yes.
You
come members no as a friend. You are a friend.
Because between a friend and
we are not coming as friends.
Subject specific
subject specific. Numbers.
No, you are supposed to be part of the numbers.
Subject specific. Bisa questions and answers. You are there.
Honorable.
Now call baby. Now for you.
Yes.
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 I don't think like when you are maybe a minister.
But when you look at the wording of 2 now, Honorable Mepache, or say the leadership and 2 other members of the relevant subject matter standing or select committee shall join the members of the appointment committee to consider persons nominated by the president. You are not just going to say they add up to the numbers. You will not vote, but you can ask questions. You are going to consider.
You see, that is why you have the problem. Want to mean vote to or question? Do you understand? So you are there to assist your team. What you say with your knowledge? Who will be role be like question be a say a bisa na a year. You assist them to ask the question because me at 2% now me name be about finance. Now me want the opportunity to ask questions. Maybe I'm not going to be a football, something related to football, BSSOT. Meanwhile, pertinent issue be you bet me bisa. That is where you become relevant. So you give me information based on which I can ask my questions. What you say? It's a yes, what you want. I also member. You don't vote.
No.
Don't vote.
But this doesn't speak
Obi.
about. Okay, Meba.
Obi.
Honorable, what's your understanding of way, Mepacho?
Omoba as additional members are from subject specific,
Yes.
you become part of the committee for that particular nominee.
Sure.
What they say for that particular nominee, you are part of it. It would be a question. It will be a question.
Okay.
So they say you don't come just as a friend. Now, idea way you know, Mama main fan from this angle. Amamra, a constitutional provision say, your powers minister, now, 1 to 2. One, a bois, Emma oversight a parliament in your executive no sono, edimu. Because every president will quite so bit for Obia, but also parliament, Eba to 2 nipa nano, Emma on mining naji to say, Nipa, Oba Besumi, your woman. Enya president adamfo ada na ebusu ni bi keke na mom ampaniam pa se wa the team about bia wa oba beso man as sebe president man enya president ya odo di anim enti so oton safre o se bra na bebo no so mu a e wo se ni pa e represent your man nyinara a ya MPs no etotowa no enti no e yade amra kwa mu no ya ma ho kwan now se okay, we'll say and represent the 1/3 situation now in parliament. And yeah, because at the end of the day, majority from could also makwine. Na yen
that is
oh yes, Yamakwine.
Videos are echo around.
Honorable Yamakwine.
Don't you watch the videos?
Honorable Yamakwine because
so why do you have a different?
I have a specific.
When is your turn?
No, I'll come back to you.
Me bibi a be now say ma ho kwan. Because you see, at the end of the day, share omo aya appoint you nyina no. A sign committee system nti. Yemu bi eben pa. Majority of the names are waboboyi. Me no mo serve committee so. Omo nya nipa hunu bi keke o. Omo ti mo abobio. Omo betimi aye adwuma no. But yeah, ye ben wo mo
no. Numbers.
Omo aye ben wo mo no. No, it's not about the numbers.
It's the numbers.
Numbers
it's the numbers.
Now when there is a cure to the number argument, and the cure is 2 now. You're ready with.
I don't believe specific. From the point of view, no, a flawed to me.
Oh, how is it? Flawed?
It's flawed because that
but
is not the essence.
The Parliament of Ghana understands it the way he understands it.
I have checked before. I also understand what I'm talking about.
To ask
no, they did because you see. The magnanimity of the chairman that allowed them and Naoma abusing. That is why I mentioned my name. Said I will be very sad.
So yes, I
political collaboration and mo
at the committee
level. You know it.
MPs.
You know MPs. On mine year someone. What does here? It is a upushi. Na ebeye to say we munie any we munie ye ha o man no me 7 months deputy minister me kudi ye no me be converting obi ka say ya men kasa dodo na o kasa e be push you come with a lot of questions. I don't know what came over me. Me tell her 2 hours. At the end of the 2 hours, Ato Forsen, Agboja, all of them took a cue of a lot of the submission I did. Be a bit unassuming. So we need me. At the end of the day, their comments on TV, it is on record. Say, the path I have taken, and it is because I opened up. They pushed me. I spoke. He said,
Deputy Health Minister.
Every other thing I said there.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, there was even a comment from Agboja say, so be the MP. Ebeye say obe establish ho say the nua ye me ade me ye na nka me say omo treat him with kids glove ni ade I wasn't going to be known as somebody me will be meeting me offer. It for me more allow minority no na you showcase more talent.
Listen,
what do you say? Then you showcase more talent. What do you have to hide?
Nobody has anything. There are conventions.
What does it? There
are conventions in the house. Yet parliamentary, we don't just do stuff. We have had conventions. Conventions need to be said. say we a leader. Now say we compare. Yeah, they will call ministerial. We are convention is that you don't spend even about more than an hour. How long did that to spend?
5 hours.
4 hours, 30 minutes, almost 5 hours.
5 hours.
So what are we talking about here?
9:30.
But
Did they respect the convention?
no, but
Besides all other
but it's
members.
not new.
Who say?
It's not new.
It's not
It's
new,
not
we
as if
say-
say Atonkwan Wako before the committee.
Why be you, Mama Bobona me here? Why be you?
Boatie Jakon spent close to
Bob
5.
George, I know you're part
Hold on.
parliamentary leader.
Now, who can leaders?
Yes, I know that make
And yet
a
MPB
convention in parliament.
For leaders.
Yes.
When they are nominated
Yes.
as ministers.
Yes. That is what I'm talking about.
Even no matter the ministry.
No
outcome.
matter. Me say only me can we
Finance minister obedi 1 hour. Hey, are you sure?
TMA.
For finance,
For finance
hour.
ministry.
TMA. This is
For finance ministry.
Okay,
Or your leader in parliament. On your new, on your finance minister,
Yeah,
Do
Deputy finance.
you understand? This is someone who has served 6 years as chairman of a ranking member
On the finance
committee.
The deputy finance.
Okay, and has always been a member of the finance committee, has been a deputy minister of finance before. What are you telling me, sir? It's not like unlike maybe the last one is Adam Anta.
Yes.
Can you put Atu and Amin Anta on the same platform?
It depends on what you are looking at.
Because there are parliamentary issues, sir, or about parliament.
Parliamentary experience, yes, at all is up
And
there.
we are talking about parliamentary leadership convention and paying for Nankasa Trans here. So if you don't respect this, then be on a mobile respect.
But who is supposed to make sure say, members respect that convention?
It is the
chairman.
The chairman.
Yeah.
Who is the deputy speaker?
Yes.
Or be
Yes.
chairman
Yes.
or what do so.
Yes.
But who share the role Niano Oyi Afenyumakis.
Yeah. Ranking member.
Every step he was interjecting. Every day, one year penna go esenia. Oh yeah, bossy and all, and he has a very nice way of cornering you with words and so on. What you say? And after all, I mean, sure say no one can say Kofia, your ball playback in the chair.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure the next appointment sitting, no, it will reflect.
Okay.
Let me go to Kumasi quickly and then
yes.
end my
Residency,
the
picture.
residency.
And we have a moment time.
Yeah, I'll give you the same
Give
time.
you.
Give me time.
If I make a sign, you.
You see, your friend
Yes.
Abrofo.
Oh.
Your castle be a
Every
brofo.
one starting you.
No, listen to me. Your friend be a brofo.
Yes. Yes.
Oba Desefo. That minister who just left. Ashanti regional minister no free on. Or your bro.
Obi so who the statement, you know.
Ashanti Regional Minister.
Yes.
Oh no, me. Then
Oh.
forward it to me.
Oh yes, let me forward it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, statement me no crank I mean yet. Me no crank I mean yet because you see. Yeah, the idea she won sa aban ade awoyi ebu hin na e ofe. Don't you cringe for watching these pictures? No, obi anya time atro. Ade statement ya wo be kan to make up
Justify
for,
this.
to justify this. Before I be free aban mu, I was going to Kumasi. That's her place. Oh. It was
It was a
functional.
beautiful place.
Functional. Yeah, two windows now. You kura, the rodents have taken over the place. And then you are talking about what? Money? Man to burn the term and 1 GP. Man to burn the term and 1 G allowance. As a regional minister. How this is excuse. Man to burn the term and like almost revenue streams are. Yeah, they just for the coordinating council. Yambe accounts. Amano.
Yes.
The inflows from central government. Did he make any statement on this particular? He said Saturday way requires renovation. Why young estimates any quantities at the Acquah. A proof said he tried to raise money for it and it was not given. He should stop talking money in fact the account. Abro. And such people should not go anywhere near government. If they are in NDC, they should think. Say, I decide you want to be more free, get out before you start messing things up, because we'll come after you. This is not statesman-like. This is not statesman-like. A place that was functioning. At least if for nothing at all, get security people to protect it. I'll be and vandalizing place too, as we have it now. Windows deny tutu. BBI is betting a friend of property. It's not there. And you have the guts to write this rubbish and send out.
Now you are getting too far, Pacho. This
minister,
a former minister.
I am the colleague of Parliament,
yes,
and I don't give a toss.
And that's why you have to show.
No, I won't. He doesn't deserve it.
No, hold on.
He doesn't deserve it.
Speaking on radio,
it doesn't matter. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. This is the state property.
You can describe. You can disagree with the statement.
And the toy, the maintaining the taxes, yours, mine, and others, put together. You don't waste it like this.
How did you live it?
And expect,
how did the NDC live it?
Honorable. With all due respect,
how did you guys live it?
Please, I said,
me, I will be here to defend you.
Before we left power, people were working from that place. How did we leave it? Now, Sabi, I want to say, yeah, do because we're betting on Juma.
This is
Huh? Yeah, do because sa dying way more. Juma. People were sleeping there. People were working from there. And when you took over, it will be said, how did we leave it at? That one for 8 years. And only the
he was supposed to live there.
Huh? For 8 years. How did we leave it? Okay. We left it in a bad taste, and you left it in a worse state. And you are happy to say that is what you did? Shameful, for Christ's sake.
Medase. I was incensed myself the last time I'm a call. And the state are not really ranted that day. It's not proper. I mean, it's no wakwaku. You put the motorbikes big go jai to the vagaries of the weather in Suo Buguso area. This building, we saw this building in this same state where food. It was not proper. It was not proper. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's really terrible. Yeah, honorable.
That's me by Makasa. I only have made an introduction. I just spoke for this minute.
Which minute is that?
It's not about the press conference. No, press conference. You discuss the issue.
Lawyer Jan Tuabana, Jan Tuanya, I would say. Messing about.
Obi, and me and I maybe defend the minister. Like I said,
yes.
Or the statement about trying to fetch it for you.
A statement from where?
Nah, maybe I can
former regional.
Yeah, you see, the old you meet by your sister. But I'm chipping in. It's also personal chipping. My media did not chip in. Not don't
walk as an
or distorting it.
On my McQueen.
When you talk to be
on my McQueen. Wow, look at what he's saying.
What kind of statement was said?
You know, Patrick, so we'll take you over. A car na the predecessor agent to hold.
Okay.
Na nyake ekaketwa.
Okay.
At that time, no, na I was resorted to leveraging on assemblies of one common fund.
Okay.
Which if he had done that, and now all yenumpuno, na the kind of supervision or also on the supervisory role on assemblies no entimi nimu because akwese oh yeah la sulala e wo hodom. Na ejuma na e wo ho ene a car na eda ho no no na enye adeketwa etinu kwanya of fast so running ministry no for coordinating council no for the first 6 months in Puno it was out of his personal pocket because na a cut the ho no mo government. Oh, come on. Oh, no, but can't say
No, let him
NDC left.
Let him finish.
That is how the NDC left the place. What does it? It is KB a baby. Now also be the Chiaka. Now also be the Chiaka. He's been trying to say mobilize resources. Now it should tell you of the gravity of the distraction. And within that time span, when me organize this car, now you find your Jumano. It ye ka yen hwe baby of fie
8 years.
no because and then wunya hoden e de bekasa say e kasa say asene oye broni mu ni abia
Brony.
mu jade sen
Oya
mu
brony.
no mu call no mu power no mu fi no
Intro.
na e hot say obi enya no na person discuss me de me here ye oral ya e ka ho asem and ye press conferences no ya obi oral no ni etia ye ka say ye nyuntum nne enyintum ochra and say there are a lot of agencies in the constitution omamrano Ghana rule of law de di adwuma enye obi adwene mu keke ene wasori aka say mabeti committee say hwe NDC fo eba power yi ena de bia me de beka wo mbesi huruye wo hoyi moja empadi chi mu da sa revolution ade na wo mumu no a yenim say ka sabri enka wo ba manimu a bedu pempeso bi a omo respecting the tenets of democracy. Say democracy dear a rule of law de di adwuma no em se sela do munye nsuan ene wo hwe me aminya okujeto a owura no wa print ho hye a check customize the check owura no wa hye ene wa hye ayi a friend say entade almost like a military man ena omo na mu mo say owura no ye gather information okujeto yomo ma ba mu no information na onya about and yema no di eche na no fa bi nko scratch and then scratch yeguno so what is the essence of oral sabre no there were bodies that he could rely on. There were constitutional bodies na obetimi and the information alcohol and he explored them and then the number 2 ni na egu na mu kayen the antecedent of NDC. That is what they are reminding us of. Odia say, enyema omudi akire nyina se sebe enkrofo afa abaye japadia no mani ade no ye payenko back. Ye payenko back ni ehwe. Iti bisa hu se owura kwakosi.
Asempa.
Kwakosi all the constitutionally mandated bodies are omo hoso mbeye corruption, ombeye ni ade no omo hu ni faso. So what was the essence of putting this body together? Say at the end of the day, Ora and someone must gather in Random. On one can say issue statement says Attorney General Bar or started as a TQ officer. Their job will be terminated.
But is that not why you fear about Oran here unfounded? Because at the end of the day, almost say a fact finding.
You see, they will transfer all that evidence. Let me correct you. Nobody is afraid of Oran. But you see, we have all subjected ourselves to the rule of law.
Okay.
Nobody is afraid. It's the American say, almost Attorney General about vetting. And check next week you call Parliament. Whatever it is, you will issue so you need issue so. One day by you bet yatum. One must say, ya makwai magana for hunu a being for a woman on Baba Sumyan. It's yem with someone. You ever bomb no my sir. Attorney General take your office. Yan friend somewhere few ora no amuso manyano. Now yan fan call Attorney General. Na yan share a more here better prosecute. Adieba ye and the answers ye who say. Under this Fourth Republic, Abanya and Kurofo, Eddie Drum, any Katachi Seniade, Akwafiase, any NDC. Check the records. Any NDC. But Yenin Babia NDC fee, Namiki. Orano is just a reminder of the antecedent of NDC. I can't say NDC for baby. And when we are Sakake, Nesu nomunim the Omoye. And when we are Sakake, nomunim the Shoboto. You see, under the Fourth Republic, Abanya and Kurofo, Akwafiase, our Katachi said it for any other, NDC for. You were Kufua buying a quarter of year, Shomunia di Bebre. Again, 1 year who didn't go Fiase, Nanado, Danko Kufado, and somewhat Omo Kika, near Dinano, Yabeheso Mubiano, ever standing the test of time, our quarter. You know, Omemha. Ye prepare yo. Ye ped ye be bo mine ye mpe Katachi se ye mpe proye but won't be fa we no embiri obi ani so ne mu ye no de mo ma ye de mo mu ye ne nim I do not want to even go to the personalities manning this oral office and an oral committee. I don't even want to go there. Asasi ba ye no. Na nkofo discuss it. Hwe eye constitution ye na esom no. The rule of law no must prevail. Na ye nyina ye hunu se emra and ye hyase. But mon fa tumi a ye dia mamu no enane mo be dem I said it. Mbese NDC for eniam mo keka to ya adwen mu eniam mo keka ye edi brigada for eni so no. De omne be kata so nom dia ye muamuaso eni yachi wei na way of corruption and do say Ghana for pesa yachi no yes wa ko wi anu yadio yachi wo no hwete sam na 4 years they do e bosha mo share ye no mo mayen fa ye ni nko ho na se mo bi na mo hia se ye beboa mo na sa bosha na be mo a ye beboa mo na mo nja we no mo emoa enti se ye minority etimi emma ye first time ye call press conference e ka se obi afre wo ora men kwa. It is to tell you say ye hwe ora no a eni nan bia ejina so.
I don't understand this.
Ye ni nan bia ejina so. Tichu no say mabeka say.
But the point of departure is there is nowhere in the terms of reference Yama oral any authority to invite people because they don't have that power. They cannot invite anybody.
Minia, I'm telling you, say.
Yes.
Say, and yes, say, ye di and see from my man for who say, sa ora di, and you with somewhere, and can be beyond the bear corner, and ye
like they'll be inviting people.
And I may say,
what authority?
It's what authority to cry are they operating? What authority no more what? Almost they told Safran Crawford say, oh, Katashi, don't we have bodies? Obi, any constitutionally mandated bodies are yes, idea no.
Yeah, those bodies have the power to investigate. Way more they cannot investigate.
And then why won't you direct the people to go to those bodies?
You can't.
Are you rendering them useless?
No.
What?
But so they've said, once they gather the evidence,
Obi,
they'll refer it to those
the
bodies
international
to
community. The international community.
Yes.
In the eyes of the international community, no. Ghana and Kasa. Where I laughing stock because of these things.
It's not true.
Really?
Because of these things.
The
anti-graft agencies, no,
it is not true. It is not true. It is not
but
true.
when him say every evidence team we be gather no. You cannot take that evidence straight to court. You need to investigate and build a proper docket, and that's what they promised they would do. The work of the committee
middle line way, connection way, connection men way na mu no. And who for the same.
Members of this team.
It's a connection. You are telling me, say, gather evidence.
No, the appropriate bodies.
Is it necessary?
Why is it not necessary?
Yet me found appropriate bodies not directly.
Why not they be called direct?
The people we have whistleblowers bill.
Yes.
People have given information under that bill. Our whistleblowers are protected. And call for the information. I call a friend say special prosecutor. Special prosecutor, inviting for all you want to do is that this constitutionally mandated bodies, you want to render them useless.
Really?
Now, confidence Ghana for listen,
okay.
NDC should not come and reinvent the wheel. NDC should not come and say, Adifu no eba. Look, Adia Yashu Muhono, and you because say there's been looting near there, and then no be because other than looting in acquire in Sassam. Now NDC officials are almost that near the Nano. Sabi. The Omusasano, if you're coming up the buy. And yes, state lands, no so to toy. Now MPP, and the home body, because we also thought to say at least Uye Juma Group and Persobi as a public official. Nase a buying a japadie, ever honey as ye tonwa. Sabi who cries so to be yotobi. Itino and Kenya Samu. But we have the records. Yeni womoa almost what to tonto in Sasi at ridiculously lower amount of money. But we also felt to say, but no any basis of this already there. Yawaha.
Mate. Ekosiisen in higher Sempa FM. Maybe say Obi. But I've seen this argument and so making rounds following the release of NLA acting Director General. Unse oye kremoni.
Didn't hear Krebodin and oye Krebodin.
Okay, I think that's a good question.
Yes, we should find out.
Nidini Kremodin. I don't know the religion. By Dini Muhammad Abdul Salam. But the conversation making rounds is based on the Dino or a Kremodin Kremofo, the Loto, the I say because president and withdraw agreement. But I think a good question, Honorable Ebusa. We have to establish whether a Kremodin or Kremodin or a Kremodin. That's any other papa. That's all be we any
choice, man.
That's a chromosome say a Lotto
politics. Now let the person have his problem with God.
No, but that's the point I'm making.
Because Christo Musso
man, I can't say Christo from Pelotucha.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's a Christian Bible.
But that's how much money devotion you have.
It depends on you.
Whereas I'm Christo name papa.
That's how much money devotion every day.
Because religion be
I don't have conversation. I start to social media.
Okay, me say be pork, be whiskey, be wine.
Only my dear.
Obi or say chemophobia ni mo no. Omo pork, omo whiskey, omo wine.
Ebu o man da.
Na ya me patcho me meet why.
Na kemoni bi ebu o man da.
Me patcho.
Obi kemoni bi ebu o man.
Me na me kofa buy mo me ntwa so. Na ya patcho yam ko ada issue.
Mudi see ebetwo.
They na person me bisa question, na person me bisa ni say on the same letter they said the board recommended the person.
Almost say awaiting board recommendation, yes.
And it's clear.
And no acting here.
Me patcho ayi wonu agba kan say mpiamenti na say wa complicate sa oni wo ma wo mo odin ho akofra nkrofobia wo mo because wa complicating ho bebre no wasan implicating ho wa wo see orally almost say almost gather information the ama attorney general pa na sem atwam na dwuma asa. So why then are you like this? As if so person oral no kura be twam.
Emra na person ya dwuma. I have established that.
There's nothing wrong with Obi in my house.
I've established that.
You sometimes do a fact finding committee amongst your children. What the yira na hu a.
Emra be na odi edwuma wo fie.
Utimi kambo mu say.
What the constitution? Ghana constitution. That be now ultimate of fie. Any example say, ye must idea we existing. We are saying we have put that on the record. Say emra no.
What can them we? Mo hu na musuro. Mo nan nyina popo. Munya de mo cheche ni hu na aka mo. E de be munya mema kakra ne yenhwe ye ma akra mo de ko bi enai. Na mo mema ne ye ba be investigate mo ana mo kasa.
And say a fact-finding committee said you're okay.
Yes.
We've seen videos of them jumping over walls into a man for answer.
When a jump here.
Oh, you've not seen the videos.
Okujeto na jump here. On one kasa.
Customize the chair.
Me who be
going into a man for assassin so and all of that.
So that is fact-finding. Obi aba be kasa asasi we ye da he. Eye asumasi dia.
Yes.
Eye aban dia no ato. Ato no 15,000 Ghana cedis. Asasina bede we hu say yampa.
But no so they raise the issues of the legal authority because then if I'm on my land, na say oh ba under which authority now do you ram?
There be any so on car say on you don't know what in common akoso actually
between why and why
between asasi wura and oral. They should come and tell us. Maybe they spoke to the person say asem we aba be dying because say assassin. Ye be be hwe say ni city and etimi atro a good report. There's nothing wrong with it.
What can you do?
Oh, they want to mean yashi.
Okay.
What you say? So cause of my
go with the police.
I make an
and what way no police?
Police.
Police.
Civilian.
Then I tell me to me court in Kojiwala.
Under what authority now they call court?
What's he saying?
And what human being be Ghana ni be.
And the police woman ni mo ejuma.
I am saying as part of the fact finding, no. Near maybe or where say we then we shim. And me for me, I don't even know why I'm Kofoy amo woman near bre. It's near honorable kind say some better in the most dear. No matimio who decide the end and Namsa Munsia dear and dear do baby I do. Your mama Juma Montans in a Munsia did and
also Kazi dear.
Ah, Namusia de Anka where mu ye we. Me de bia se na me kasa mo problems no addition ukọ baby for 1 week per government aba normally normal government need time kakra ansa na wa start niema say yes oral aba memman kentin kam hopo emma kra mpo no ya tan ni na mo mema. You see, I was saying on one of your sister stations, one thing I do not want to happen to anybody is what happened to me. So obia ya boni ya mfanenko, but they should not victimize anybody and persecute anybody. Ozema say mo obi nka say we aye say waye mi say ye no echi obi tin mi we kire no ho we fu say Ozema say ni mfanenko ene de it should not happen. But truly out of this 700 less legitimate ayi wo mu so obi awie sika ye nhwehwem. And I do not think that oral no ma catch more capacity to investigate. You see, so what they call me go through it that. So what the idea no cost without so obeshisha. Obesha no na way the way nam ha na way the way nam ha. But to oral no almost shisha ne pepe. Me I am even surprised. So almost we cry. It is possible say an issue of forensic audit cry baby.
Those determinations will be made by the Attorney General.
Yes, by the Attorney General. Because if you are wait dear, you share and share that any into no way so the SSC a common year who dear womb. Also for my honorable or your forensic audit from 2009 to 2012. 2009 to 20 of institutions. It was done. So there's nothing wrong with this. I don't know why omoye who did it. So honorable catch me say international community is because the UN envoy by His Excellency Mahama Fie or we are winning I think 2-3 days or winning or one of the things that can or no UN be replicating I think envoy for Africa or be replicating almost all African countries oral now or they are to home. So we shouldn't let it look as if we say a BBS say you're botching. Me, I don't see anything wrong with say you gather investigation, you gather material, in Crawford the Beba, Webeka A, Webeka B, Webeka C. There are competent people on there. This morning I was telling somebody say me go fi boacho eminia. When you go fi boacho kasana say one can't say me ye kakra bi wo hu. So into your base ABI investigations near ya go fi boacho wonti. Dom level onti. Otima say ablakwa ewo nimdie ewo saa nieme ho pebu lawyer. If you look at the team and you put together enya dia dom level beka say me ba be twantro na obi ho akere no dom level time ayi ni yan yi no on corruption yi no on age what you say dom level everybody
and it's made him bitter.
Oh that you cannot confirm.
Well,
you see dom level beka obi asema or you better obi about ni age enye ayi why you born na no why share on I don't think said the press conference on that score was not, it was very inconsequential. And yeah, DSS will be higher than so wasted time quiet press conference on that matter. Number 2, amicus curiae many lawyer near suggesting lawyer
friend of the court.
Friend of the court. It is almost now was sitting sana. What is the semblance?
Appointment committee, So why am I sitting as MPs no? So I'm converted.
That is the point.
Yes.
What I say.
Yes.
So be banners on your part of them.
Yes.
You mean describing as amicus.
Or ban on your part.
Or your friend.
Yeah, or your friend.
Or you mean describing as amicus.
Yeah, but also standing order is not creating a special way for women are not friends of the committee properly so called.
No, but you see.
Or they are more like more committee be. Na more fa ye from mo saying cry. More incorporating Kofobi as part of the committee who are not members. That is more like ex-official members.
That is what amicus says. Say obi or what technical knowledge about something.
Yes.
Obi timi ababebo. And the technical knowledge, he gives it to the people. You have those who have jurisdiction.
Sure.
So if you are in court, you say, "Oh, obi ohono ya amicus." Maybe a lawyer is a friend, but one can't case one or the where the name or the nasem Emma lawyer na would be a seminal. Say a same way. I feel saying how can he say ya whispering in the ear and yes,
but sometimes the judge would allow the amicus curiae to speak in open court.
Yes, it depends on what it is. Amicus curiae no a gesture say also so what addition be or the beba.
Yeah, no crano, it is at the discretion
of the
Yes,
judge.
yeah, that's
Sure,
it.
sure.
So I am saying that it is.
you're right.
I might be wrong. Is it not an amicus? A similarity of an amicus.
And more like.
Okay.
But so even if they will ask question, a chairperson they allow them
So
to
maybe
ask question.
when me share.
and you're right, that is what I want
Me
to
share
know.
one nyina vetting. Jinapo de mitie.
Yes.
Me share honorable ato force honorable Jinapo. We mi nua ba akope. Me share honorable Ayeni. Say me ni Jinapo na ye adwuma whilst PRC.
I hope you are saying sure.
Deputy.
Sure.
Inti no when some events Amiuku ebusa question, the chairman said no. Won't me miss a question. I remember Pam. The chairman said that he's a friend to the committee and he cannot ask a question.
No, Samia Uku started by wanting to ask a supplementary question before the substantive question.
He wanted to
and
ask a question.
He can only ask one
question.
He wanted to ask a question first. And the Oka said, oh, as a friend, own to me. And na papa no friend saying, leader no. Ka said, obey to me a bisa question by what you have said. Then it came on and a friend is saying, speaker no chairman no allow no.
Okay.
And bisa question you know so own to me misa another question. Only Mr. Supplementary question. But when he came to the vetting of Jinapo, he was as if comfortable, not obisa more questions. When he came to Honorable Ayene, then he was more comfortable sitting as a member. You get me? So I do not know if rules were varied at that point, because from the very instance, he was not allowed to ask questions. But if you say you allow Nkrofo abna
say sorry.
Ono de obusa question kra du baby kro bo chairman ni guye.
Now is that ono and a Gideon Boakon and a Kabiru Mahama no. Omo fall under sa 3 subject area experts. And you can say that Sammy probably joined as a friend of the committee
but
who is not part of South 3.
That is what I say. Into omu say no ono kra de papa ne kasa kra du baby oboni guye. So the mass. Into no say ono abotna no keka ne nsem ni nyina. As so timi eye den oto ne bokaka.
Nsem na be.
Me pa cho $58 million. And na ya to agu National Cathedral down the drain. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama at his at the Thanksgiving said 400 million.
Say we all can see this.
Or dollars. Maybe we can be
$400 million a total cost.
And I make us we can be sure. The year this best say 58 in Timpacho Ashanti region. South 58 here Akko West and came 2 million couldn't get me see dying. Or see Kenny ho. This money came from the consolidated fund. Do you get me? Let's say 60% of it from consolidated fund. Maybe the rest of it from donations. So 60% if you consolidated fund, no, 50% will be about, let's say, 30 something million. So let's say 40 million of it from the consolidated fund, 60%. Couldn't we have taken $2 million to renovate that place? You see, this is how the MPP treated Ashantis. It is an example of the way Santeman. Two person or chairman say, "Oma fire anye show." Obi am say, "I am dese no do waka ho." Yeah, na sometimes some do to baby for but ne. I na make I am de.
Obi na say we no ye ma come here discuss on big public forum say.
The point.
Because also we just that one.
I feel no started trouble.
Because the okon ye nim. E ba sa no betimi ahadwene. Betimi ahadwene.
What you say? Talk about
tribalism.
Tribalism.
Oh, onim de oye. Ona ya janto minim de oye.
I want a stronghold. If we see by party be on the stronghold, now so stronghold the Ashanti in 2% chem say His Excellency Bawumia, no okwa campaign. So visit Kumasi, omukwa Akwasi Day, omukwa Otumfuo ho. Now at the back of Otumfuo backyard, a yen original a friend is an office coordinating council. Senate.
Now, Sandy, you blame the original minister.
No, because why there be no call. I say, what is supervision? The regional minister reported to whom?
The president of the
that is the point. Into no one file report on command. Into be any region where no name the Ekoso. Into obi an kanche na do da. Eastern region wo mo ayi te sen. Wo mo regional office say na tie. Residency ni say yan kwankwohwe. Even Crown Pop.
Because I'm from Eastern region. I'm from Eastern region. Why? Eastern region. Eastern region. Eastern region.
Honorable, there we are.
Free SHS.
Honorable,
and you be the aircraft Danny idea about you.
What's it be that? He's even insulting Ashantis.
Ashanti. I'm not talking about Ashanti. I'm talking about Eastern region. Why Eastern region?
Men against Ashantis.
No, but I'm not pitching.
So go to Eastern region. Go to Eastern region.
Before Asante Maisi the woman MPP try you through maintain me
go to Eastern region.
MPP nyese kan. Because me kwa that men hu we na nka mo kwa de ade nka be ye afi ne men hu. Say to think say Ashanti regional minister fie. Hwe first na your tourist site o. Na nkola akra ba ho ba be hwe ne fe. Those days. Enne hwe nkura Inkura and I homo.
And there, you've done your worst. You're not your position now, young queen, and then hear me.
Position Inkura.
You might hear or say, Boa Basso, and Yapping Abacasa. We cry who now.
Obi. Obi, can you imagine?
I said to the Mickey, I said, you know, it's your new now. Yes, it's the way, because you post any here. Obi, they said, no, they are what kind.
Oh, some are Santini 100%.
Ampa, the person 100% in the mania.
Born infant.
No, born in Ashanti, but I just schooled in West.
Those days,
and worked there. Oh, sir, I was on radio for almost 10 years.
Into OBM, they said, now also the 100% and I can't. One would the uncrofoya. One would say, bridge now, sent you person chair me say,
yay, Missy, why we know it has no effect now. Could you position and no naka? You might be able
to president never occurred to him. Semi Kumasi hen, ya Kumasi hen order.
But why are you shifting blame from the regional minister to the president?
No, because
the regional minister should be responsible enough for the residency.
Oh, if you now manners when you call
yes.
Omoya de Omopu. Omoya de Omopu. When we will almost dare man shed the Ekoswan.
Never be busy.
Men will be busy. Intimate the ornament if ye dear may be old dime. Thought they mentioned. Is the president or quite will mere regional minister and dime. Regional minister ninche memos or troba and can say oh here resources to fix the place. Obi enfino. And then he's exonerated. Because in this state, you should know say baby a government property a why is so honor a president edda.
Ideally.
On a president edda. President Bakuruma as I say honor. And this because for security reasons, a protected. And this did the hotel. Those days, no Rollins in Bekumasia, a horn and order. Me kai pass a child that used to see him come and go. A horn and order. Ultimately, I mean, be anywhere a chess as a president, he spend this sika, quote Sika Kesi be or Lancaster, and another hotel. What's that?
I see my head, President, on the order. President Mama.
They say, media me who
President Mama, what? On the order.
One now crowd, Kohoko meetings.
On the order.
Meetings.
Office one,
residency.
A chef or how no Ediane.
It was a chef. You
a chef near the
because that
what did they go?
And then email Kitty and the Wusu. And then we about with you.
Because my papa calls
me Kakabia.
Never my papa politician.
The mama for who's a politician. What okay?
My father was a lawyer and a pharmacist.
Say that.
My father
and stop saying he's a lawyer politician.
A lawyer, pharmacist, and a politician.
politician. My father was a lawyer and a pharmacist. Inti me nyese papa.
Dada ba pete.
Eti emi an kitu ebi hwesu osu.
What emi ame? Mo na musu ora akura musu. Inti obi the president
an MP OTA the way about. Obi, good evening. A little clarification on Nana Ajantua's comment on the friend of the committee.
Okay.
Per the standing orders, you can join.
I have a question, no, and I have a comment.
Okay. You can join a committee of the House as a friend.
Okay.
A friend of the committee is allowed one question only
per session.
Sure.
Okay.
Note, the vetting of the 3 nominees were done under urgency.
Okay.
Parliament is yet to form all of its committees.
Okay.
Ideally, we should have formed the committees before the vetting, in which the persons from relevant sector-specific committees will join the vetting committee.
Okay.
Dr. Kabiru and Dr. Gideon Boako asked questions as members from specific committees into bracket finance.
Okay.
Samia Uku had the opportunity to ask Honorable Jinapo questions as a relevant committee member, energy.
Okay, that's fine.
These are things leadership had agreed, but the chairman decided to treat
formal committees.
Yeah, for those committees who are forming.
Yeah.
Also, I'm forming in but finance and energy, that those have been formed. These are things leadership had agreed, but the chairman decided to treat all as friends of the committee, which case only one question was allowed with no follow-ups. Honorable Michael Kwesi Edu, Oforikro member of Parliament.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I think he was even.
I think it clarifies.
Speaker, second first speaker no koka edu and no see edu and that is a cocoa board ban yes sir or send papa be the pictures and woko for room and the pictures bo inti na some person me chair ne say my minister no atro memo release na atro ne hu hia public service utro memo se wu hia sika. Yes, Obi who saw the command president, a president is Kenny. Won't mean in me one no kekese Kenny ho. Utro memo now they are called. O they about superior ho no aka che ne say situation na ye wom na ABC ni. Intino me memo ni me cost components ni procurement amaye ni contractors amenya wo mu ni me quantities ni. Oti ase mafa quantity surveyor wo se quantities we ni hia ya ye procurement niema se ni ebe hia ya ka ni nyina abom your excellency ye ka sika ni nyina abom a 2 million Ghana cedis. Oti ase no what trust ye requested counting on your cooperation and support what you requested yours faithfully your fairness and minister
accept the assurances of my highest
consideration
let us have talk about Parliament
to His Excellency from Regional Minister, Copy Chief of Staff, Vice President.
Those letters are available. We'll bring it to you.
Now they are what you say. Mamu kwan yeah you. Uncle back date. Yes, ya can
you ever share receive the when you're receiving
what you say stamp near receiving and no da. We are the first after 6 months now on TBBA. No, they are also gentle reminder. Your Excellency say. Now do near ma toso. Now I trust your support and your cooperation. Now they are
the power. The appointment not check.
Public service
but at this level there.
Just a quick correction. Unzameka say Energy and Finance committees now have been formed. I'm told, sir, they have not yet been formed.
That is the question I asked you.
Yeah, but say those members were selected to represent those committees on the minority side.
It is wrong.
They were selected.
Wrong.
Leadership agreed.
Wrong.
Leadership
the
agreed.
Committees had not been formed.
And so there was no need to even do the vetting.
Yes. You could have chosen that.
You could have been here. You could have chosen that. You did Babe Hammer by. What does a Ghana and Yasum no? It's leadership here. You be sorry no. You be sorry no. Minority leader made a statement. I say all other subsequent appointments are bebano. We don't necessarily have to wait until Parliament meets before it's announced.
Because
we can take it there. We can take it there. It's been announced.
It's not a new.
They can be referred straight to the appointment committee.
It's not new under the sun.
Yang omani hu here you. Yang for to me. And then yem be and chichremo. Mama buono se mu hu de mo de be ya. Na mo de abesha say dey am.
My main kind statement we na. Main kind statement we na Honorable Kojedu Asare in Kasa. We say Ghana Betting and Lottery Chamber, GBLC, press release. Congratulations to Mohammed Abdul Salam on his appointment as Director General, NLA. On behalf of the Ghana Betting and Lottery Chamber, we extend our warmest congratulations to Mr. Abdul Salam on his appointment as the Director General of the National Lottery Authority. This appointment is a reflection of your proven leadership and the confidence reposed in Mr. Abdul Samad by His Excellency the President to advance the goals of the NLA and the lottery industry at large. As you assume this pivotal role, we commend the remarkable progress achieved under the leadership of the immediate past Director General, Mr. Samia Uku. His tenure saw the NLA earn international recognition as a leader in lottery administration, the establishment of enhanced regulatory frameworks for the industry, and a significant increase in revenue. These advancements not only boosted the NLA's operational efficiency, but also contributed substantially to funding good causes that uplifted communities across Ghana. As stakeholders in this industry, we encourage building on these solid foundations by strengthening the gains achieved. We particularly hope to see innovative strategies aimed at resolving the perennial challenges surrounding banker-to-banker operators, ensuring a harmonious and regulated environment for all players in the ecosystem. Collaborative effort in this regard will be critical in fostering a fair and sustainable industry. The Ghana Betting and Lottery Chamber stands ready to partner with the new Director General in championing initiatives that promote integrity, transparency, and growth within the sector. We have no doubt that his tenure will be marked by groundbreaking accomplishment and a lasting legacy of success. And once again, congratulations. And this is signed by Emmanuel Chei Asante, or your Acting Executive Secretary, Ghana Betting and Lottery Chamber. And that's the statement. Yes.
This statement, before the chamber in Canada.
What's it?
Before this station, not the chamber in Canada. No, my you come.
That's exactly the question I had in my head.
But the impression I'm getting is no,
Oh yeah, regional secretary.
Yeah. So we are told.
Oh, northern region.
Original secretary.
Original
And Obi, idea about Kwama President Mahama Basso.
party executives.
Yes, you see, and don't know Emma government, the party relationship, no, Ejina.
That is if you have competent party executives for those positions.
Oh, well, you see,
How do you call it then origin?
competence.
Oh, that's it.
You know, no, because
Elections don't normally produce competent people.
but you see, at a certain position there, the party bay, that's where they come some. And no mum the NDC reform. I catch you for them.
Hey, as a person, I can say. That's a candidate now catch you for NDC. Kwame Pepra, or a catch you for NDC. At all,
We are not talking about the top hierarchy.
No,
you're not talking about the interview. Can say,
you are made.
Edu asare. Honorable Edu asare. My entry.
Honorable Kosu. Oma reni di odi o mechi asa.
Me ma wi o some catch now.
Obi, a friend said.
Me 19,000. Vice President Bomianya 17,000.
Or a former Lotto agent, like at the
Lotto at the highest level. Nah.
It was our experience with Germany.
I
as a constable by IGP.
Me honestly, I will continue to applaud the Chief of Staff.
Honorable Julius Debra.
Yes. Me GD say his say unyamina na domna unya 4 years on this seat
as Chief of Staff.
As Chief of Staff. Ghana will see a different John Mahama. Because the first time, Kakra now the boy 1.5 almost
yes,
we saw what he stood for and the effort he brought onto the
Mahama presidency.
But and throw consistent lies from the MPP. I ne omoto adedi, omadapa adedi openly. Now Ghana for who said all the things they came and said about John Mahama were lies, and for that matter, they went back for their lost friends. Obi,
Yes.
in some American free parliament and the press conference, these young men, a freshman, or parliament.
But no, I'm call as freshman. I'm call as minority.
Honorable Nyabotre.
Micro minority
you
that
have the opportunity.
Nkukon kitin minority.
Oh, there be a coconut to chair on minority.
What I say?
Your pennies are, but we'll hold you to far.
And you see, the NDC, a chemu miensa, cry at any given time. Still, no, yes, I who say at any given time, a big koi bimba, near the. What I say? To say a fan say, NDC cry chemu miensa no mwamba. Almost so much Mbappe, they will still be in minority. When I come from the onset, no, Moko Parliament, Monka Sakakra, Mamunko Yedidi. Do you understand? Because Ghanaians want to see the substance in the things you say, and not just the facts that Mokasa. Do you understand? The substance of the things you raise, the issues you raise, not just the fact that we are there, parliamentary, young casta, open your mouth, just yab. No. But, no to new crown vote to Mamu we need parliament for the next 4 years.
Oh, yes, and fair. But we'll make sure the Ghanaians will know what it is.
Ghanaians, I don't want to turn on one man Musa's numbers. So, what Ghanaians are which Ghanaians are you going to
yes,
Honorable said they will interrupt it. Yes.
It's no oral no. Samusu motiamo. It is there. And it is staring in your face. Obi. Anas. Why the car say Obobe use Anas principle?
Nado dan kwa Akufo-Addo.
Satan you legitimize Anas principle.
Oh. Anas principle says
me bow question the principle now send go back.
Okay, on campaign platform. But buy all the Juma.
Yeah, one fine Juma, but okay the GDN. What was the reason for it? Because when who say will be the aye Juma man aye a dimumbi. So he made a promise on the back of that, but he was corrupt, worse than what Anas actually multi or buy when to find.
But that's a value judgment on.
It's a value what?
The personality.
Yes, now that corrupt. You supervise corruption all over. You supervise corruption.
But that's why I came.
Matter.
When you say so, or a corrupter.
Now if your system is corrupt, who are you? Me see, if your system, a system that you, a system that you supervise. There have been so many corrupt practices among the government supervisor. There's documented. These things have been documented, and yet, in a particular year, 12.8 billion. One particular year, corrupt out of corrupt practices.
We are not a campaign. More power. Munya campaign here. You already in power.
Yeah, ready. But on the Koswe.
The Bible church, 12 point something.
Because I feel
12 point something.
Honorable Akwasi Acquah, Nyabotre. You see, awareness are Omu mean to me, Ma, who be work as a Manin Casa, we announce when you're quick. Why, Miss Selpa? Sometimes we be kasa e wo ba manen kasa nwie.
But the kasa no dey be wo mum. E be wo because me twantro. I don't but for a country to lose your losses 60 billion Ghana cedis 1 year. Can you corrupt na then? 1 year, year cycle 365 days. We can lose. A whole Bank of Ghana can lose 60 billion Ghana cedis. And you say it's not a corrupt government? What it is? What is it? Also the 9 billion. Ekwa bank clearance will say whatever. Clean up. And you end up using 25 billion and you've not been able to account for the difference. When you're corrupt,
How have they not been able to account?
I'm not accounting my honor.
But they've been to Parliament.
What have you seen?
The finance minister has been.
What have you?
But our representative in our Parliament, so they have to see.
Who reporting Ukruma? What have your representatives seen that you, the OB I know, have not reported on this show? Please. That is why the oral has been formed, has been put together to gather information. Obianka se omunkochi obi. Obianka se yefre obiama ya tutu nenum kasa. It has not happened. All they have done is they gather information. You want for Bank of Ghana. You want for Ghana Commercial Bank. You want for various institutions. Omu volunteer information. Papers are you see omu shredded. Copies omu keepy. Omu dey ko. You haven't seen anything yet. Nana ya ID kan kase. Yenyam formu iyoko. Yenyam ya feni ya BNI boss indeed 24 hours. Yenyam formu special prosecutor. Yenyam starting file. God documents are air corner. Afeni eba best safety ni ahwe ni enko SP ho ni enko attorney general kasa ho ni enko iyoko na
Eko
CID. And no one pre na mo pre. At this stage, you haven't seen anything yet. Now your frau call BN. Me ma call you obi na iyoko da. Now me the lawyer cry panu what I went through for 3 days. Now me pen in. What you said? Nukrabia baby I share you let it out.
Baby I do go question.
What you say? BN na hono. Omo akwa aba no make atro say wo height you say bia o God na me family one in check o ye bia o ye say bia midget type and I would da u betimi asori ama omuso because empano wo all right na mo wo da wie na wo ma omuso a ho na be wo say wo chi ebe say o su kukunko omuso now they were and
a human right abuse.
You call it so, but when you share, I am from
what is it? Guantanamo Bay kind of
Guantanamo Bay now how many go on you in Pronchini go now. Tell me.
I have some close in.
Yes. But they were there.
Honorable one more time you be away bibi nkwane do who you be a shikro betimi.
Yes.
I'm going to call BNI.
You know,
when Obi Hunde and she I don't know. These allegations.
Are you going to your friends say
respond to BBR?
Respond to BBR.
Debbie, but why would you say this on air? So yeah, Obi Huye when he can work with BNI.
Who undi abansika? Who fa abansika nyeshi? Who kotamo aban bibi enkodani eni for your personal benefit? Your friend now kwa ni awuni mu asem ni mu no. No akoka. Omo hwemu. Your friend bibi exoneration. Ye exonerate wa wo so
alcohol baby.
Ana me boa.
No.
Enti mo ha on say. You see abrewa ena so ti say dompe aye there.
Ye bodom
dompe
o shaky.
Enti me sramo. Se munni boni bundi during bia nye boni bia. Oral has nothing to do with you. Don't also forget, say, we are not dealing with only politicians here. What I say? We are not dealing with only politicians because politicians, you know, they only led the way. Oh.
Yeah.
They led the way. The other people down the stream, you know, they realize, say, the top is spoiled. Itino apro. So then they feel to scavenge whatever was underneath. It didn't only happen at the top. It seeped down into the public service system. To make sure says are buying ministry department agencies. We fish them all out and as much as possible recover as whatever we can recover and deal with them as the law provides.
Yeah, no.
You know, Mr. Where is the unlawfulness in this? And now there and yeah, Master commission when the president decides say or form a commission of inquiry or court
no, but there are. It is provided for in the constitution how you do and the powers you give to the commission.
Oral, your friend saying, shoemaker being a
it's a commission of inquiry.
No, it is not.
May say
it is not. It's just a team. It's not even a committee. It's just a team.
May say.
And I remind you, say it was formed when Mahama was still president-elect.
Yes, so
not yet the president.
So he is what now?
Now president.
So has the status assistant. Tell me.
From a president-elect to a president, the status assistant.
What's he saying?
Assistant.
The status assistant. It doesn't that even give the oral a better impetus than before? Maybe so. Doesn't that give them a better impetus to operate and that executive your friend is saying authority than what they were before the 7th January? Please, these people, they think they can approbate and reprobate. And I understand.
No.
One moment, and Umako Kone or Tiasiona, Sona, or say, why now? So no, I could just say, I mean, Yabremo, we know your type, and we have tested you. You are the one for acid test when we know, say, you guys have your hands tainted in debt. You know, yeah, kabibia a far uprightness. You are the least we expect to hear from, because all kinds of corruption.
My main for last 5 minutes.
And your last 5 minutes, what the man out the bed chama in now? Because I had 3 on the start here. 3 times. No, it's not fair. You are not being fair. Oh, we all did it.
No.
We all did it. We all did it.
Oh, so it's a lesson. They say, put some intro. No, I'm intro.
The last 5 minutes, sorry.
Just is on Kwaya.
Obi, the American say,
I did not de board I have fancheno. As some of our back niquem, be anywhere over care. Wow,
don't drink.
There be a drink as a mimic mini pineapple, some do idea. Otiaze, as some of our back and Fabi be a woman, someone come from the one, the physical better. Be any empty hole, some and 5 minutes.
Yeah, be fair to me.
One can't share
honorable member of
Parliament.
Don't say that. Withdraw that. I demand that you withdraw that.
I demand. There will come and fuck them. Dear baby.
Me that say. Honorable me patrol me into you.
Nye can say. Obi enu hono mo ososo keta sese ene prayer so. Obi enu ho de ntimi fa eno nchichire oman. Say ya ma otumi sa fa hwe oman so, na fa hwe oman ejapade so. Na wode won sa aka. Na ya wanunti na constitution no so ahyehyɛ kwan ya ye fa so ma wɔn a wɔn busa mmara no so no ye de wɔn fa so enti yɛn ye say yenim de ne ho te ɛne yenim de ne ho ɛnte but mmara no a yɛn na agye atum sɛ ɛyɛ constitution de yɛ adwuma no yɛ ma kwan na the constitutionally mandated bodies no ɛnyɛ adwuma because NDC for wa ba mu enai yeni baby omufi no ya na citizen ho bureau bodies in kitinkiti bi
tribunal no ebeba so tribunal no ebeba so enye hu say no na musuru a ebeba so
so ntino on say dey bi ameka say enkrofo a ene wotu adi NDC echi bebre no dodo na nim bebi omufi
me
bebi ani nim bebi omufi oh yes and that's that's how they would and say omotu adi echi bebre no omu nim say sa abre no sa wa ma one toilet o say ade eka no ene yemisa say asechire de sai so that's here I was say ye kai amanfo say omu de omu nim anie aya na ahoyawo yemfa ahoyawo emu mai
ya ko bisa champion say man ye
1972 embu mai yemfa
say man ye 1972
obi enko
Obi
bisa
opesi e quote to history.
Stated the coup in 1972. And no never ma ni aye.
And 79 so ni anwo obi. Ya bi ni anwo obi. Ni anwo me ba me beti history. Obi also so 79 no kan ni anwo no so beti.
79 say ya wo.
Ya wo me kwa I experienced the coup d'etat.
Bisa said then a man.
Na me ko school Obama camp.
Or year 1972, 13th January coup. Go and ask that question. Assignment.
And that time now wedding fear saying. Now about 6 years.
Yes. But let me tell you, sir. And the same group of MPP, UP tradition, they were in government. And there is nothing happening today or before this era. NC is from 69 to 1972.
One more beba. This will be an answer. Woman on me hang. One more beba. Yenfa probity. Yenfa accountability. But ye baby, you know. Omo no share afromosis. Eche fugu. Edi chire nipa no. Okwa dem an wakọ no champagne.
Yet is sika so
akọ. Omo no mo yesa. Enti de ekoyi. Ne wodi oral no me ade ba na nantinati no. E ma ye kai se. E sanko fu ye. But na me political party no. Ye reform uko wanimu a na wo sesa.
Mo sesa.
What you say? Ne wo sesa.
1969
NDC fu aba ye hunu se.
You never change.
Omo me ye hunu se.
You never change.
Kuru ye wo yi. Moja mpadi tiri ho da.
Mo suba 1969 to 72.
Never change. Tete bre no yo madwuma. Nenso kalabule bre mo ya chi omo twa mo market.
Kalabule mo na ye.
Oye
tie mo the ones involved in kalabule.
Womo
ask
Emma the youth na omo hu bie. Na omo di NDC achi no. Womo kai say NDC subai no. Edie but obi en wo so ora no. Ba ye ka say ye be ma mra ye adwuma. Emra de ye nyina na agitum.
History no ho.
Emra de ye nyina na agitum se be. Eti obi obe chia mra ne bia no. Ye be ma manfo ate. But you see, your statement be. O see your numbers ni so.
O see my numbers ni so.
Oh, your numbers so. Wow.
Tiny talk.
And no na mo no a great temptation mamo. Because gather for hwe.
Oh,
mo numbers na mo wo. Mo numbers na mo wo. Oh, yeah, gather for na na mamo sa no. Gather for the two abamamo. And this for the two abamamo.
One at two mamo.
Gather edit for the two.
Ana
people for two amamo.
And I am
2 million. 2 million people stay at home.
Omocran himself.
I omega born esa atro.
Omocran himself born so omo vote amamo.
Jobi, ya make can say.
Omo vote
numbers na
omo
ato so correct. Mom hu musuo. Some the numbers no. That is why the media is also alive. Media for the media Parliamentary. Media for the media for the Parliamentary.